Now available for the first time in paperback. Stop Simping. Why Men Don't Need Finance to Get Romance. Learn what mistakes not to make with women in the dating scene with Stop Simping. Why Men Don't Need Finance to Get Romance. Available in paperback and online booksellers today. In a previous video, I talked about how the simp always looks for the better deal. And the reason why the simp looks for the better deal is because he's looking for the most social currency. This is why your simp is guaranteed to cheat on any woman he gets involved with. And because your simp is always looking for the better deal, at the end of the day, he usually winds up with a raw deal. Why does a simp always end up with a raw deal? Because he's always looking for more social currency, but at the end of the day, once he's finished gambling, he usually winds up broke. And when it comes down to your simp, again, he is guaranteed to cheat. Why is he guaranteed to cheat? Because he's always looking for social currency. When simps get involved with women, it is because they don't like the woman, they like what they can get from the woman, and that is popularity with other people. So when a simp gets with a woman, he's looking for someone who will get him attention in a covert way. So the woman is an attachment for him to get attention with other more popular men or more popular women. And when your simp is out here and he sees a woman who is getting more attention and getting more favor with people, he's looking to monkey branch. Now, monkey branching is something that women usually do when they see a man having more resources economically and financially, and they look to jump from one man to the next man. But a simp monkey branches by looking for a woman with more social currency. That means if this woman gets more attention or a different kind of attention than the woman he's with, he's going to jump from that woman to the next woman. And that's why simps cheat, because they're looking to monkey branch to get more popularity from a group of people by going from one woman to the next woman. And because they see that woman as getting that attention, they want that attention for themselves. So they'll try to get involved with that woman, hoping that some of her popularity will rub off on him. And that's one of the core reasons why your simp will cheat, because they want that popularity for themselves. And an example of this is that your simp, what they will do is they will be with a woman who is taking care of their needs, and what they will do is they'll see a woman with a pair of bigger breasts that's getting attention, or they'll see a woman who is considered more attractive by a group of men, or they'll see a woman who has better clothes, and then they'll try to monkey branch to that woman in the hopes of getting more popularity. Unfortunately, when your simp goes out here and tries to get that better deal, it's usually a raw deal. Why is it a raw deal? Because when your simp goes out here to monkey branch, he often makes his deals on the woman's terms. And once he makes that deal on the woman's terms, she winds up getting leverage over him, and then she uses that leverage to control the relationship. And this is why your simp, at the end of the day, doesn't wind up with a deal that benefits him. He winds up in a deal that benefits her. And oftentimes, because he's used to dealing with female predators, they alter the deal in ways that benefit them. And oftentimes at the end of things, towards the end of things, your simp is praying that they don't alter the deal any further, because when it comes down to the deals that your simp makes with women and these covert contracts he makes with women, they all benefit the female, because he sees the female as somebody that he needs to put on a pedestal and worship. And because he's looking up at her, he can't look at her and see that she's looking down at him and seeing him as a tool that she's using from point A to get him from point A to get herself from point A to point B. And as she's getting herself from point A to point B at his expense, he doesn't understand that the deal that he's trying to make is going to get rawer as it goes along, because she's going to start escalating the price of vagina and the price of her attention at higher prices, because she knows that he is willing to pay that premium price, and he's willing to submit to do things on her terms. And because he's doing things on her terms, that's why at the end of the day, your simp, once he's out here trying to get the better deal, ends up in a raw deal, because sooner or later the woman is going to dump him. And that's why your simp, at the end of the day, when he calls himself trying to monkey branch for social currency, winds up being groomed to the curb, bitter and broke. Because when it comes down to your simp, he thinks that he can use women for social currency, but they're using him for actual currency. And once his money runs out, they're out the door as well. That's why your simp's attempts to make a better deal always turn into one big raw deal, because he's sitting there thinking that he can get popularity by having this woman on his arms. But the whole thing is that unless you are confident in yourself, people have no reason to want to be around you. And once your money is gone, so will they be gone, because your simp approaches people in a shallow way, and that's why his relationships never go past a certain level of depth. And that's why he's up being taken advantage of by predators in his attempts to make deals. And that's why all his deals wind up on their terms and not his. A regular guy, he's just going to find, if he finds one woman who is willing to respect him and cooperate with him, he'll stay with that one woman, because he understands that relationships aren't about social currency. They're about love and trust, and they're not about you becoming popular with other people, but being the number one person in the relationship you're with. That's the main focus of a normal person. But when your simp goes out here, he's always looking for a better deal. That's why he's going to cheat. And at the end of the day, he winds up alone, because he winds up trying to make deals on a woman's terms. And at the end of the day, when you're dealing with a woman on her terms, that's a deal that's always going to end in a raw deal. If you'd like to see me make more of these videos, you can donate to my Patreon by clicking the link in the description box. And if you'd like to try some of the books in the Simp series, you may do so by clicking the link to Amazon.com. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe.